Hey guys, how's it going? It's Power Gaming 8590 here, and today I am bringing you a video going over how I start every new playthrough of Fallout 4 here in the year 2026. So, how I started out with is I make a very basic profile, and then boot up the game, and then obviously go to new to start. And while we are loading in here, I do play on survival. Do feel free to leave a like, a comment, and a subscribe. We are working towards our goal of 500 subscribers. We are currently a little bit under 400, and I hope to see you stick around for any future videos. But the basic mods I include for this one is any presets I want to possibly use for my playthrough, as well as Buffout and other essential basic early game mods, as well as SKK Quick Start, so we can jump straight out of the vault as soon as we load up. I do use Reactor E and B along with NAC X as the weather mods. But we're going to go ahead, we're going to switch over, and we have a couple different things to pick from. I've got a Mara preset, Izzy, ooh, that one looks weird, Helen Park with a clean face, and Alexa Bliss. But we're going to go ahead and we're going to go with Alexa Bliss for this one from WWE. Actually, no, I lied. We're going to go Mara. That looks more soldier-like. But since we're all done with that, we'll create our character, and we are good. It's going to go ahead and pop up, and then I pick my name, so if I know how to spell, 8590. And this will be the character we will be using for our playthrough of my personal mod list, which I will go over in a separate video coming up shortly. So for this one, I'm going to go with a little bit of intelligence, 6 charisma for the supply lines. Go ahead, we're going to go up to 5 in luck, so that way we can get Idiot Savant, because even with intelligence, Idiot Savant is a net positive. Then we're just going to round out the rest of our stats here and go from there. So now we'll go ahead, we'll back out, and it's going to kick us right out here to coming out of the vault, so we don't have to play through the prologue, because at this point, if you haven't seen the prologue for Fallout 4, then look it up somewhere, or I can post a video of it, I guess, if y'all really want to see me play through 20 minutes of pointlessness. But once I get to this point, what I do is I drop... Oh, wait, I don't have my mod on for that. Oops. My bad. But it does make a hard save, like you can load, and right here is the hard save. So you're good there. So at this point, what I do is I back out of the game completely and enable all of my mods. So I'm going to go ahead and do that, and I will cut back to whenever we are loaded back in game with all of my mods active. I'll see y'all then. Alright, and we are back in game now with my load order booted up. So we do have some stuff that pops up right away, so we're going to go ahead and remove the unused Nuka World legendary effects, because I have the mod More Legendary Effects attempting to add more. So we do that. This is going to come up, but this is only because I play on old gen, and I need to have them overwritten so they have the proper headers to function properly in game. So do not worry about that if you have my mod order / load order, which I will post at some point. Granted, I don't have that video yet, and a lot of the mods you're not going to be able to find on the Nexus, or honestly probably just about anywhere, if I'm being completely truthful. Now we're going to wait a few minutes. I like to hang out here, typically for about a minute, just to make sure everything goes alright. This is for Point Lookout. That is a mod that I do enjoy. And as you can see, the textures have definitely changed, as well as the environment. There are plenty of trees, although it does look like I need to fix my LOD. I'll have to look into that. Looks like I may have forgot to update it. I must have forgot to update it, which can happen. And for those of you that don't know what LOD is, that's your objects off in the distance, which it does appear that I forgot to do something because across from Sanctuary looks like ass. Alright, but we still got things popping up in the top corner. That's it adding things to our inventory, such as different snow globes and collectibles, as well as running any scripts. It is important to wait for these scripts to run to not overload the game, because that can cause them to break, which we don't want. Now that things have quit popping up, we can go ahead, we'll pop open our Pip-Boy, just scroll through, make sure everything seems to be functioning. Alright, everything seems good on that front. Go ahead, pop into third person. Do a quick spin around. And now we'll go into the MCM, the mod configuration menu, which is critical for any major load order. As you can see, I do save my settings in the first save slot here. We're going to go ahead and apply it, and then we'll go over the changes I make and some of my mods that are available in the MCM. So we're going to apply. It's going to apply all of the settings. We're going to need to back out. It's going to function, run the scripts, change everything up that needs done, and adjust the settings accordingly, which, as you can tell, make the game look a little bit different than originally. A little bit brighter, a little more colorful. I view it a little more realistic to a certain extent. But now that that is done, we'll go ahead back on in and we will take a look. I do run Animated World. It's the framework version. Equip from ground, which I keep turned off. I don't like it. I don't know why. There is a typo there and enable talking with 2 eyes. But I do run that. You could always adjust this as needed. And I also, on a side note, I do not know what all is available on PlayStation or Xbox. I am on PC, so I cannot speak for those platforms. But I run Animated World. I run the caps widget that is just like the caps that pop up in Fallout 76. My load order is very 76 inspired. You can change the cap style to whatever. I just keep it at default. Challenges. Make sure everything is gone ahead and enabled. Crafting highlight fix. I just make sure this is on. This stops things from being ugly in the crafting menu. So you can actually see all the colors and like what the different skins look like in the workbenches. Very important mod in my opinion. Very high quality of life. Oh, and the challenges mod just adds in New Vegas style challenges into Fallout 4. Eco or equipment crafting overhaul lets you adjust all kinds of things on crafting and how different things act, the recipes, how to like customize. Everything is... It's an amazing mod. Highly recommend. Workbenches lets you go ahead. You can carry workbenches around and workshops. Again, very important quick mod. This lets you just change things quickly. I don't really mess with it. I prefer it the way it comes. However, you could adjust that how you see fit. Leo is the legendary effect, which lets you craft legendary effects from the base game or any additional ones you have, like the Fallout 76 ones. You name it, it lets you do it if it involves legendaries. Like, you can add in up to 4 legendary effects. You can adjust legendary loot, base game effects. Like, you can turn off, like if I didn't want to have Titans, I could disable Titans from showing up. Same with the Far Harbor. Could adjust any of those. Custom, this does also come with customs, so I could add in these customs. Like, these should have been enabled. See, even I find stuff sometimes in my settings that are not quite set up. Yeah, these are based off of Borderlands, and Borderlands is an amazing game series, and I highly recommend you play it if you haven't. Borderlands is amazing, although I haven't played Borderlands 4, so no spoilers. Same with the 76 effects. You can add on all of these, which these also should have been all turned on, but I guess I didn't enable them. Alright, almost there. Go ahead, and those are all added on. So we're going to need to save our settings again after we're done. Disable companion collision. Another mod I find is a very important quality of life mod. What this one does is it lets you phase through your companions so they can no longer body block you from walking through doors. Effortless movement control lets you switch between sprint, jog, and the slow walk by clicking a button. That's all it does. Explosive reaction, same thing. It's very immersive. If you're caught in an explosion, your character puts up their hand to block their face. Very realistic and immersive. Then mutations, oh, I didn't mean to back out. Mutations, adds in mutations from Fallout 76. That's really about all to say. I have all the different things activated so you can see them all. Fall UI, this is just some boxes to help keep things a little neater in the barter menus and whatnot. Fall UI HUD, this lets you change your loadout, not your loadout, your HUD to whatever you want. You can download presets off of the Nexus. Comes with a couple basic ones. I personally just use minimalistic. I think it looks the best. I tried using the Fallout 76 HUD, and it just didn't feel like it changed enough. So I just keep that on minimalist. However, you can customize it however you see fit. Immersive animation framework. This is just a critical immersion mod. It makes it so when you eat, your character actually holds up their hand and eats. They drink water. They actually pull out a cup of water and a bottle and drink. It's just very immersive, very important. I would never start a playthrough without it. Karma adds karma in from different events. Not different events, from old Fallout games. Good lord, I can't speak. But this will let you see all the different settings you have. You can disable stuff. You can enable. Like, those should have been enabled. I don't know why I had those disabled. Again, I haven't gone through my settings in a while, and I want to make sure when we get there, we have the best possible playthrough, as well as showing you some of the stuff I use. Legendary loot expansion. This enables any vanilla, DLC, or modded item that is a weapon, armor, or clothing, or power armor to spawn as a legendary drop without needing a leveled list injection. So this just enables you to find anything. So if it says only craftable in the chem station, well, now it's only craftable in chem station and found as a legendary. And this just lets you go ahead and adjust these settings for how stuff drops and all of these different things. Like if it's just advanced, what your odds of getting stuff in a container and all that is. In-game mod explorer, this just lets me pull stuff out if I needed to grab ammo, or if like something phases through the floor that I need, I'm able just to spawn it back in and not worry about it. More legendary effects, again, just adds in a bunch of different legendary effects, including some from 76, so that might be why I had some of those disabled, which is okay. I'm sure that it will buff. Now, NAC X, the Ultimate Weather mod, I do run a preset of high key. I think it's what looks the best. However, it's also a matter of taste. Any one of these, I'm sure somebody will like the way they look. Comes with all kinds of different things. Like I've got cloud shadows and weather FX. Always turn this off though. In this, those are annoying as shit. Can adjust the FOV, which I already have. weather. You can disable certain things, like I have disabled some of these rad storms because like time warp is also annoying as shit, and I recommend not doing anything with it. Photo mode lets you take pictures. Project Mojave, it's just a big expansion, lets you go back to the Mojave. Already made a video covering all of that, as well as some add-ons I have for it. Reputation, same thing. Reputation from old Fallouts brought forward. Settlement visitors helps make things look a little bit more lively in your settlements. Instead of just having 5 settlers, you might have 5 settlers and 2 visitors that are using the amenities of your settlement. You can also blacklist stuff or whatever. Factions, you can pick whatever factions you want. And I do also have America Rising 2 installed, so you can also get those via the patch. Random Encounter Manager. I don't know why that's coming up. I have that installed. I'm going to have to look into that. Either that or I forgot to enable something, which is also possible. Now, Transfer Settlements. I do have HUD Framework. I don't know why Transfer Settlements is saying it's not working. I don't know why those two are coming up not working. I have to check. I might have forgot to enable an ESP. This is why it's important to always check your load order when starting a new save, and why you verify that the hard save is made whenever you first start the game, in case you got to roll back because you need to remove a mod or adjust something. Unlimited survival mode, though, moving on, lets me adjust all of the different things to do with survival mode, so I can adjust things how I feel, like I make ammo and stim packs have no weight. Workshop framework, very important mod just for keeping the workshop from exploding. Extended dialogue interface makes it so you can actually read what is being said and have proper like a role play immersion for what you're going to say. So instead of just saying sarcasm, it'll tell you what you're going to say. MCM settings, this just adjusts that. And the hotkey manager for showing windows with mod lists. Alright, but that is all of my settings. We are going to come back up here. It says there are 15 changed. From that, we're going to back out. And with that there, we have officially got all of our settings correct. And we are good to start our playthrough in the next video. Now, I did not get my waving emote yet, which I will add before the next video, so that way we can wave. But if you did enjoy seeing me go over my settings and whatnot in-game to see how I start every game of Fallout 4, do feel free to leave a like, go ahead and comment and subscribe, and I will catch you in the next video. Peace.